We must create the right environment for intermodal customers to come to Toledo. We need an environment that has chassis available here in the area for containers to be loaded upon, an environment that encourages the railroads to expand their facilities, and an environment that allows international shipping through our own customs depot. We need an environment that trains and grows a workforce ready to meet the demands of these new employers. No option should be taken off the table, including the sale or leasing of an equity interest in our airport and using the proceeds for infrastructure improvement. Think about it. If we could sell a portion of our airport for $100 million, imagine the possibilities. First, who would invest $100 million in our region without investing in the region as a whole? No one. Jobs will result from the new partner's desire to build upon their investment. $100 million we could use to fix our street or put more police officers back on our streets. Make no mistake, Toledo will still have a vested interest in its airport and people will still be able to fly from Toledo Express. We'll finally just have an airport that's really being used. And if you think the idea is far-fetched, just look at Midway Airport in Chicago. It was recently sold for $2.6 billion. Not only can intermodal transportation be important, but so can our downtown area. We must make Toledo a destination city, not like the mayor says by bringing our suburban neighbors to the ballpark or arena, but by bringing people from our neighboring states and outside the region. One of the easiest and fastest ways is by promoting and developing our natural resources. We must encourage tourists that Toledo is a great destination. Fishing brings millions of dollars into a community. Just look at Port Clinton. On any given day, you will find license plates from Nebraska, Minnesota, Kentucky, and Indiana. And these tourists are in the parking lots of the charter boat captains and public launches. What is remarkable is until mid to late July, those charter boat captains load their tourists in their boats and then bring them to the mouth of the Maumee River to fish. Those are tourists who should be stopping here in Toledo and spending their money here, not driving through. I propose that we fast-track the cleaning and the dredging of the Ottawa River. A survey by the Ohio State University found that we have the potential of an immediate $13 million economic impact by making our area more usable to boaters. What a great return on our investment. Something must be done with the steam plant in downtown Toledo. For as long as I can remember, that building has remained empty. This is a building that would make a great indoor water park or IMAX theater or any other tourist attraction. We must create an environment for business to grow and then get out of the way. Alternative energy is important with regard to our economic well-being. However, it is not within the City of Toledo's scope or ability to produce alternative energy. The city must limit its obligation to alternative energy by providing the right environment for it to succeed. Toledo can become a hub for alternative energy by guaranteeing usage at fair market rates and recruiting and encouraging scientists to locate here via the University of Toledo. Some on City Council would use taxpayer money to fund solar experiments. Hasn't the city's history with the Commodore Perry, the Hillcrest Hotel, and other failed experiments shown that it's not in the taxpayer's best interest to experiment with taxpayer money? Not only is alternative energy important, but all university research can lead to an economic boom. The city must work more closely with the university in helping attract scientists and create research facilities. It can help with research infrastructure and facilities as well. The city can promote through usage contracts items like magna gas, hybrid, and biotechnology fuels. It is no mistake that Columbus has so many upstarts as a result of its university's research. I am confident that the University of Toledo can already match any university, and we will work to improve this relationship. Toledo shouldn't sit back and wait for business to come here. Just like any company that's looking to grow its market share, we need to go out into the world and bring business here. While I'm extremely confident that the Regional Growth Partnership, the Lucas County Information Corporation, and Rocket Ventures will be successful, we intend to complement their services by building our own Go Team. This GO team will identify trade shows and attend them, identify possible employers and recruit them, and this team will be held accountable. By providing the right environment, the right research support, and the right incentives, we know that we can bring jobs to Toledo. Not only will the Moody administration create a GO team, we will create the right kind of economic development team for the 22nd floor. Our team will have experts on utilities and labor, construction, finance, and more. In other words, our economic development team will be made up of real experts and not political payoffs. This team will be held accountable, and their goals and expectations will be publicized. Just like in the real world, results matter. We need jobs now. We need to stimulate our housing market now. That's why I have proposed the Neighborhood Star program. We can expect an immediate increase in housing-related employment with the immediate implementation of this program. Through the Neighborhood Star program, we will reduce the cumbersome and expensive restrictions the City of Toledo has put on the real estate-related businesses. Do you realize that the city forbids a homeowner from replacing a wall outlet without a permit, or install a vinyl window replacing a drafty wood window without using a permit or expensive labor? These restrictions prevent many homeowners from improving property they already own or from purchasing run-down property and fixing them up. Is it any wonder why so many of the houses in our most vulnerable neighborhoods look so bad? We intend to increase home ownership by encouraging thus so far unmet markets. We want to increase HUD eligibility for the officer, firefighter, and teacher next door home ownership programs. And we want to establish a city-sponsored, privately funded PMI company that helps provide credit to deserving homebuyers in this restricted housing market. We will increase home ownership by encouraging responsible owner financing, and all of this can be done without using taxpayer money. We have to take a more regional approach to our economic development as well. We must quit fighting our suburban neighbors. I know firsthand that someone who makes $15 to $17 an hour makes their home within the city limits. We get our fair share from our outlying employers. We must stop using water as an economic weapon and instead look to develop more joint economic development zones. The table is large enough for everyone to sit and enjoy. We just have to leave egos and selfishness at the door. Toledo has all the tools it needs to fix our problems right now. While we will surely take advantage of the economic stimulus program that is coming from the federal government, Toledo cannot wait for, nor do we need the federal government to bail us out. Just like the time when we had the Willies and the Stranahans and the Owens, we too have the talent and resources right here in Toledo. All we need to do is elect the right leadership that has the political will to do what's right. After all, we're all in this together, and I would ask you to join me as we join this campaign and take back Toledo.